hate it when I have to start because I always have the bad intros.
This isn't any better.
I don't really ever know what to say. Like, he always is like, hey, welcome everyone, blah, 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 blah. And I'm always like, hi everyone. Anyway.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, Chronicles of Darkness. See what I mean? That was good. I like it. Last time on Chronicles of Darkness, you guys effed up the timeline and ended up 150 years into the past. Or 100 years? I can't remember even how long you guys were in the future.
I think it was 100 years.
I think so. But you came back, resolved everything pretty handily, and then I believe we ended with you selling your body to Mo in a non-sexy way.
Agreement was made. I believe it was the right one.
So that puts you guys at Mo's and probably in need of a planning session.
Yes.
I mean, why don't we just plan here?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you guys could take a corner booth. There's a very mafioso-style corner booth in Mo's, so...
Yeet. Okay, well, what do we...
Well, I mean, last time we left off, I believe Mo said he's going to break the contract with Mr. Clark, so he is, for all intents and purposes, mortal now.
We're back, and we're also back in our regular timeline. Our not Doug dying, but in our... And Doug hasn't died, but we're in the year that it is.
Yes.
Our present year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Remind me again, where was the basement?
Where was Mo's?
Somewhere.
Excellent.
I'm sure it's moved a couple
traveling.
Yeah, we went... I feel like we went to Hank's house, no? Or to...
times. No, you guys were getting the hell out of town, period.
Well, no, we
You
were...
have the RV.
Right, but we were going to go back because we knew what was happening now was we had to go back to Tombstone. Or wherever...
Oh, yeah, and stop the
Because we had to stop the angel, so we were on the way...
No.
Angel was released because Doug didn't die.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the angel is no problem.
So no more problem with that.
So you guys are on your way over to the corner booth, having decided to sit down and actually like hash this out. And standing in the booth is a little pile of like post-it notes and markers and a poster board and an orange tabby, like just lounging amongst them.
Does anybody smell weed?
Was that what that smell is?
Thomas, lovely to see you as always.
Tom, I feel weird petting you now that I know what you are.
Tom just crawls into your lap and sits.
I pet Tom.
I pat her on the head.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us? Start looking at the post-it notes. What do we see?
No, it's just like supplies.
Supplies
planning
for...
Oh, okay.
Like if you were to start a like fifth
like
grade
wraps.
science project, like it's just all the stuff from Michael's.
A trifold, really.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh,
trifold
no, it's
poster
a
board.
to top, yeah. All right. Set it up on top of the booth. There's no bad ideas in brainstorming, but if you give a bad one, then you're probably going to get smacked at this point. We don't have a lot of time.
There's lots of stickers.
I start sorting through the stickers. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I mean, so we have to kill Clark. We know he's going to be somewhere with...
Well, do we need to kill Clark?
I mean, I don't know how else to do this.
But if he's not...
I mean, what's going to stop him from making that deal again?
Well, what if he doesn't even know that the deal's been broken?
Mo, does he know the deal's broken?
No.
Is there any way for him to find out that it's broken? Besides dying?
I mean, if he gets a paper cut or a stubbed toe, it'll be pretty obvious.
Oh, so maybe we should kill him. just to make sure he doesn't try to make the deal again.
Well, I mean, I don't think he can make the deal again. That was 100 years ago. It seemed like it was probably something with very particular circumstances.
Mo, could he make a deal with someone else to become immortal again? How easy is that?
I don't know. I don't do window comparison shopping.
If I asked you to give me a deal to make me immortal, could you do it?
Yes, easily.
There we go.
Okay, so the sooner the better on that one.
But
I'm just one guy.
right. Yeah. Okay.
How many beings do you think could make that kind of deal?
Well, the Wishing Well, me, Genie, I guess. The Fae could make it happen. but-
Genie, like one genie, or
Like the gin.
No, just the one. And they always get the spelling wrong. It's Geanie.
So it's a person. Got it.
She lives in Alberta.
Yeah. All right, eh?
Okay, so we either need to find Genie or stake out that wishing well, because when he finds out what's wrong, he'll go to one of those places. His first deal was with the wishing well, correct? So we could go there.
I mean, I would know if he made another deal.
Well, I'm just saying,
We
if
want
he
to
finds
catch
out,
it before. he
yes,
makes
if he
another deal.
finds out, he'll probably try to go to one of those three options.
I don't
If he
understand
knows
why you
about
guys
it.
moved all the way over to that booth if you're going to include me in the planning session.
We
Tom
didn't
and
think we were
supplies are
going
over
to.
here.
So the other thing we have to consider is if we kill him, or when we kill him, who's gonna take his place?
What do you mean?
I mean, whatever he did, obviously, like, I don't think he was working alone.
Well, he sought out whatever this thing was, so I mean, if he's...
Yeah, I mean, from what we could purse together from the archive when we were in the future. Well, anyways, when we were in the future, she said that he was kind of a one-man show and he bamboozled the other members of the club. So if we take him out, potentially, I mean, there might be somewhere along the line someone else coming up, but we know him for sure is going for something like this. So I mean, the enemies you know.
Huh. Okay.
If he's doing it on his own, why don't we just tell someone about what he's doing?
And you as the players figured this out, but I don't know if you guys remember, but it was determined that the only way it was possible was because he was immortal.
Right.
So now that he is no longer immortal.
But then he could find a different way to become
Right.
immortal and try it
Right.
again.
And also, just reminder, because it has been a few weeks, when you guys were talking with the archive, you did find out that he kind of tricked the rest of Chiron into that course of action. Not necessarily Chiron was pursuing it. So if you were to kill Clark,
It might not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, sorry, he tricked Chiron into the course of action. Yeah, so if we killed him, it would derail their whole thing, and there'd be no reason to go necessarily looking for the entity anymore.
So how do we find him?
My thought was find one of the wishing entities. Stay with that. I think the wishing well's more likely because he's already been there.
Didn't you say he's traveling somewhere right now anyway, up in like Wisconsin, somewhere up there? Something weird.
No, last time we left him, he was by the silo.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean,
Base of operations he used to
I
have.
suppose it is a base still.
There was his Minnesota should still be there.
No.
I could try and I think we talked about this already, but I could try and hack into the Chiron group email again.
And we do have
we
some
decide
internet
not
left.
to do that.
I mean, if we use the internet to do it, is that a little bit safer? It's not connected to anything. We are not temporally connected to anything right now.
I mean, do we still have internet left?
We're
Oh,
in
we're in
we're
present
present time
again.
internet.
No,
works.
but he's
But, like,
saying
did it travel with us or not?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's saying that internet from the future.
no, because you had it in the bus.
Yeah, so we wouldn't have brought
So the bus is
the
gone.
damn bus.
So you lost your Minotaur piss.
Oh, sad.
internet.
I miss the internet, I have to say.
Who
I
knew
miss
Levi's was
Percy.
so into Minotaur showers?
I don't want to put it on me. I just want to put it in the computer.
I miss Percy.
Percy.
Well, I mean,
R.I.P.
the good thing about going back is Percy's not dead because he's not born.
Very true. So, I mean, do we know where the wishing well is? How can we track down the wishing well?
Oh. You were trying to save the world, right?
Yeah,
Obviously. Which concerns you.
It does. But I'm just trying to figure out why I should help. I was obviously alive in the end of the world. You told me that, so.
Yes, you were Satan's bitch.
Well, but maybe it'll turn out differently this time. I've already changed.
I'll flash you if you want.
No, I've seen it.
Okay.
No.
Thought I would get through that, but no.
I don't see it turning out any differently. I think that anytime the Morning Star does come back, and probably will happen again, he's
All right, then.
not very changed.
I'll tell you where the wishing well is if you bring me the Morning Star's head.
That is not an even bargain.
Where is the Morning Star?
Hell?
Yes.
Like I said,
Just a
that's
hop skip.
That's a stupid question. Found one.
Oh, God.
Is the head an artifact?
Is it a humanoid?
I don't think that's a fair bargain at all. Well, we know Jeannie's in Alberta. I mean, that narrows it down to the state. We could ask her where the well is.
But I mean, if he figures out by stubbing his toe or getting shot by someone else, because let's face it, he's an asshole, then he's probably going straight to the wishing well. And I don't know if we can spend that much time trying to find Jeannie just to tell us where the wishing well is.
And he does know where the wishing well is.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's been there, right? Because you told us that's how we made the bargain originally.
Yes.
Where did Clark grow up? What do you want from me?
I don't know. $5? You seem to have forgotten how this arrangement works.
I've given you my. At this point, you have my body. So
Doug,
I'm
why
not
are
sure
these
what
wet?
else you want. I'll
Wetter makes it better for you.
fish out my wallet.
Why do they smell like that?
It smells like your star room. It's fine.
Fish out my wallet and give me $5.
Upstate New York.
Is there anyone else we can ask? I'm really rather done with him.
Oh, Iris, I thought we were friends.
So
You're being
there's
difficult,
gotta be
though.
Someone else we can work with, right?
What else can we bargain with to get this? We can't get the Morningstar's head. That's impossible. No. Can
You're going to give me the cat?
no.
Oh God, no!
Talking
I
to
don't think
Tom.
you could take the cat.
Tom, can you help us find the wishing well?
If I give you a map,
Can you give us a map?
I'll pull out my cell phone and pull up Google Maps and kind of zoom in on New York.
So Tom jumps up on the table, rubs against your arms, and your phone falls in your lap. And when you pick it back up, there's like a town in Mississippi that's on the screen. But it could have just been an accident.
There's no way.
I think we need to
This
go
guy
there.
does it. Let's go.
All right.
Get in the van. We're driving.
Are we driving, or can you drop us off in Mississippi? Crossroads, very your
Who
style.
are you talking to?
No. Crossroads are very your style.
If you tell me that you care about me, and Iris apologizes.
We care about you, and she totally
I
apologizes.
want him to say he cares about me.
Oh,
Mo, you've shared my body on several occasions, and you've never done anything terrible with it that I know of. And familial bonds do mean a lot to me, given that you're the only one that hasn't tried to kill me at this point. So of course I care about you. I came back to get you.
That's very sweet.
I'm sorry I've offended your fragile male ego.
Not quite male. I think I'm closer to a goat. Or starfish, maybe?
Goat email?
Do starfish have genitalia? We're in Mississippi, by the way.
I knew it smelled different.
Can someone figure out if starfish have genitalia? Use your phone thing.
It would have to be internal if they have any.
For some reason, I don't think they actually do.
Mo, I think you forgot how this works. Starfish genitalia?
Each of their arms contain 2 gonads.
Wasted.
You were supposed to
Oh,
pop
I'm
it
sorry.
there.
Giving away
I did transport you to Mississippi.
No, it's very true. Very true.
Oh, but
Hopefully
your
it's
RV.
the right place we're supposed to be.
How do we get back?
I've already shed a tear.
I mean, we can charter a plane. He's rich, right?
True.
I'm not beyond petty thievery either. So, or whatever the opposite of petty is. Large thievery? Whatever. Let's
Grand?
go.
Grand
Grand.
There
theater?
we go. Grand thievery.
I believe when you do it grandly, it's called larceny.
I feel like I'm not beyond that at this point anyway.
Well, I mean, if we're already here, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but yeah, well, let's go. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
Let him go.
Okay,
Go
so we have a city. We're
in
here.
Mississippi.
Does anyone
Now
have
what?
capacity?
Now we gotta find the well.
Yeah.
Is
Do we
there
know
a
what's-
visitor center?
Yeah, do we know what city or
I
town
Googled
we're in?
visitor center.
Yeah.
We all finally remembered that we had phones. Like,
Just Google, like, hey, famous well, Mississippi.
Sure.
Do we know what
Google
city or
address
town we're in?
In the city.
Biloxi.
Yes. It's a town in Mississippi that has a very
Wishing well.
famous quarry.
But no wishing wells?
Has a very famous quarry.
Yes.
Oh, so maybe probably not Biloxi because Biloxi's on the coast.
Town in Mississippi with quarry. I feel like quarry is important since you're mentioning it.
Let's go there.
I was very curious about starfish genitalia.
All right. Well,
You might be curious as to how they cut and store stone.
Does Tom's pin on your map lead us anywhere? Maybe that'll be easier.
It's just a screen with a
Okay.
town. I mean, I guess we'll just go to the quarry. It's a
Look
small
for places
town.
where rocks go.
Google maps the quarry. We're really not great at this right now.
There is a quarry in town,
Okay.
just outside of town, about an hour.
What time is it roughly?
4 p.m.
Okay. Cool. Because we'll probably need a car.
I mean, find a good one and.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find her. Is there a rental place within walking distance?
No, I mean
of here?
just find
There's
a
a
car,
Walmart parking lot.
and I'll pull out the skeleton. Just find a car. And
Okay.
I'll look the other way. You know what? I don't even care anymore.
I'll drive it. Just
You are trying to save the world.
Trying
Yeah.
to well,
I know.
I just want to find a
priorities.
semi-decent car. Just like walk through to one apartment.
You're in a
while we go
podunk town in Mississippi. There is not a single nice car here.
The nicest of the cars is what
There
I'm
are a
looking
couple
for.
really nice trucks.
Boom.
Just
Truck,
get something
get
that
in the bed.
seats
Let's go.
5 and a cat.
Extended bed
Yes.
trucks.
Oh, did Tom come with us?
There's a lifted extended bed Ford.
You take the passenger side.
Okay.
It has one of those little Calvins peeing on a Chevrolet symbol. And an NRA sticker.
Somebody has the.
Oh,
Well, we found the lucky asshole. Let's go.
yeah.
I'll spend a willpower to start it.
He has a
You can start it
Confederate
like that,
flag.
too?
We might
With the
feel
key?
better.
Or just unlock it.
You unlock the
That's a good
potential of
point
its
because you
engine.
can't really. Let me read the description.
I mean,
Into the Walmart.
maybe whoever has drive can do it.
Hmm?
Does someone have?
And does anyone have larceny? You could just hotwire it.
Yeah, it's only to unlock it.
I'll just give me it. I'll do my best.
Do you not have larceny?
I don't. have larceny.
What?
I'm gonna go over and try
That's
I have-
not usually how I handle things.
I have larceny.
And the key.
Is this an ancient trap?
Yes, actually.
Oh, okay. What is it plus larceny? Dexterity plus larceny?
Yeah, just do
Okay.
dex plus larceny.
This whole town is an artifact.
Well, to us, yeah.
Watch out for the poison darts.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You spend about 30, 45 minutes doing that, and then Iris opens the glove compartment and finds the key.
Oh,
Do I get
didn't
it
have to roll
running?
for that.
She was looking for a flask of whiskey, and she found the key.
Do I get it running at least? No. I'll just use the key.
Yeah.
All right.
You get the car started right as she finds
Okay.
the key.
Well, now we just won't have to go through that next time we need to start it.
All right, Doug in the driver's seat. Everybody else in the bed.
No, it's an extended cab, so you can sit.
Oh, extended cab. Sorry,
Yeah.
not extended bed.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You wanted a car that seats 5.
Thank you.
Are there any weapons in it?
Unfortunately, no.
Ah,
I mean, we have what we brought at least.
Apparently, he took his assault rifle into the Walmart with him.
There was a mount for it though.
Yeah.
okay, but where are we going? We're going to the quarry?
Yes.
All right, let's
I
go.
query the location of the quarry.
How long have you been waiting for that one?
My whole life.
My whole
My
life.
whole
That's actually my last line on the stream. It was great playing with y'all.
Anyway, so you get there and you get to the quarry and you're about to drive past this old rundown little kind of like gate to the side, and Tom just kind of like scratches at Doug's hand and he like swerves.
Be more gentle next time. I'll just turn and wherever the gate is. Yeah. Going towards the gate.
No, at the window. It's like, you know how cats, well, I guess only my cats do this,
I roll down
where
the
they
window.
scratch at things when they want them to not be there anymore. You roll down the window.
I roll down the window.
Tom jumps out
Tom just
and
makes
kind of like just
nothing.
strolls into the woods.
Oh,
Well, into the woods.
all right.
There's no gate and fence. Alright, let's go.
No, I said it's a rundown gate. That's where she had you pull over.
Oh, so there's no like fence around. It's just there's a gate and you can walk around it.
I mean, she's a cat. She walked under
Oh.
it.
Can we climb the gate?
Yeah, it's just like one of those little, like, what do you call them? Like cattle gates?
Mhm.
Oh, I see what you're
So you
saying.
can't drive into
Mhm.
it, but you could just
Walk into
step over
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Correct.
No, I'm not big.
Follow Tom.
Onward. Can I do perception around us?
Sure.
So we don't
Couldn't hurt.
get.
Wits plus composure.
Bambush.
I'll let
Yeah.
you all handle that. I'm just gonna sit over.
Can I do one as well?
That's going.
You may all roll wits plus
That's
composure.
right.
That's
Is that it?
No, it's a piece
Except
of-
Doug.
Alright, I'm dead.
Wits plus composure. Ooh. 2.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Anything supernatural that might hurt us.
You find a lot of used condoms and trash.
Okay.
Use one, son. That sucks.
Much of the same. Like,
You find an
you got a 4?
You pick it up.
You got a 4? What did you get?
1.
Okay. You do find a sign that says, like, beware.
Beware of what?
It does not specify.
Does it look like it was purchased at a Home Depot? So it's a beware of the dog sign, or was it legit like someone wrote it in blood with their finger? Beware.
It just says beware.
Is it block or handwritten?
Handwritten. Handwritten.
Oh god, yeah, handwritten's no good. No good.
Question.
Yes.
Not
And
you.
it's misspelled. It's BEWEAR.
Do you want me to try to stealth us
Yeah.
in
Do
case
it.
there's someone
I
here?
imagine that.
Let's get that flame thing going. Let's just go in and
Burn
explore. See if I can- Whatever.
Let's just burn down this small Mississippi town.
Can't make a wish if there is no well.
I'll salt the earth behind you.
What day is it?
Monday.
When
It's
We
October.
went back in time.
It's
so
October, right?
I guess, yeah. I think that's when
the
you guys
leaves
started out.
returning.
Yeah.
Okay, so what day though?
It's the day
I don't
that you
know.
need.
What day do you need it to be?
31st.
October 24th.
Okay, it's October 24th. How's that?
Before you do that, Mr. Shiny, how long does it last?
Until I stop mumbling prayers.
All right.
So Zach can talk for a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, we're going. Fuck that beware sign. Who cares? Let's go.
I break the beware sign.
I'll no, don't break it. Let's correct it. Let's correct the spelling. Frick you. Use your blood.
Oh
It's like walking behind you. Just give me this.
I had a Sharpie.
no!
Should ask for that.
It loses a lot of emphasis.
This is the South. There's a lot of red clay around too. You could have just used that.
Would you stop fricking
Blood,
me?
blood is important. Blood will speak the
Each trick is
loudest.
like half a letter.
Blood that has an E crossed out and added at the end. We are serious about spelling and grammar.
We're saving the world,
This
but
has become a meme.
unacceptable.
How will they ever learn to correct it? How will they ever learn?
I just love how you felt the need to correct the sign.
Yes.
Okay, so we're stealth, and also if we attack anyone, it does not end until after we attack, so the target loses their defense.
Fancy.
Because they got an exceptional.
Oh, so you're shiny, but we're also stealth?
I'm not shiny, I didn't go shiny. We're just
So
stealth right
he's
now.
mumbling a prayer, and as he mumbles that prayer, everyone will ignore you.
Ooh.
They can still attempt to look at us, but they have to fight me, like my role for it.
Alright.
So as you
We
keep
notice each other, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
as you keep heading down, the trail kind of moves from the forest into the quarry proper, and like it becomes like a carved side of the quarry down towards the bottom of it. You do find another sign that says "Seriously, beware." Also horribly misspelled.
Yeah, I was seriously. How badly?
You know, like serious
Sharpie.
clouds,
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Gonna buy that Sharpie.
or serialistly. Either or. It's too wrong to even correct
No,
either.
it's not like- I'm not trying to correct you. I go over to this cool little thing and seriously learn to spell.
Do we feel any magic in this place? Does anybody want to check for magic?
It definitely feels unsettling. Like this place feels odd, and you guys have been in this business long enough to where you know there's something strange about this place.
I don't like it. There's no internet here.
Guess-
Doug also doesn't like it because it involves hiking.
Yeah, no, I'm like sweating.
This is the longest Doug has ever walked ever.
Should have brought my moped.
Or you could have bought one of those little rascals at Walmart.
Because we don't have an RV anymore.
I was trying to, I don't have my gimbal powers because I was trying to think of like what can I do to see things, and I got infernal visions that require me to be asleep, or sensitive and righteous that requires the person to be here.
I have weird ghost goggles.
I mean, put those on. Yeah.
Put those on.
Where I'm walking around with ghost
If I go
goggles.
into twilight, will that help me see anything that maybe is worth seeing?
Not necessarily in this situation, but you could try it.
Okay.
Wait, are you traveling fully into the twilight?
Well, let's see.
Or are you just seeing the twilight?
I guess it's going into it because you leave the body behind.
Yeah, I would not
To
suggest
go
doing
into that. All right. I won't do it then.
I would just very much so
I'll
not
just stick-
consider
I'll stick in there.
that.
We'll see what happens to Duck. Just jab you in the neck. See what happens.
they're just all walking pretty far behind Doug. And Doug's like, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "We've already mourned you."
Doug's way in the back. He's not keeping pace.
We've already warned you. You're already dead to us.
Guys, later.
Did Ghost Goggles show anything?
I mean, there's definitely some strange eddies here and there, but they keep getting fogged up because your face is getting so hot.
Can't see shit.
I can also turn invisible.
You're already invisible.
Should I turn invisible? But that's when we're noticed, and then I don't know. I just want to use some of these that I didn't get to use.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm gonna set a circle right here for Shackles and Pandemonium.
We're gonna burn
Is
the
this
forest down.
a path going down to the middle of the quarry? Okay.
How far does it go down? Can we
It takes
see
you
the
about an
bottom
hour
here?
to get down to the quarry floor.
Can we see the bottom though?
Hmm?
Can we see the bottom?
Hmm?
Okay.
Once you get down to the bottom, there's one last sign that says, "You done been warned."
All right. Well, we done been warned.
That one is spelled correctly, though.
Well, that's weird.
They dropped the pretense.
I'm worried for Shiny Man. Can I do anything to help him in this situation where he's been mumbling for an hour? No.
I mean, he's done this with you guys before.
Okay.
Like, this isn't new.
All right, keep going.
You come across pretty swiftly after the path. You now realize that if you had gone to the quarry proper, you would have been like on the other end of the quarry from this spot. So that's why it was so important that you turn off where you turned off. Because the other pathway is like a bridge and it takes you down on the wrong side of the quarry. So
Did we see any signs that anybody else had been here recently?
I mean, you saw the trash, and like all of that trash wasn't like so it's obvious that like teens come here to hang out. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not an unknown part of the town.
And are they all the way, like, did the trash follow all the way down?
No, once you left the forest proper, there didn't seem to be any. So it doesn't look like anyone comes down into the quarry so
Got
much. So you enter into this cavern that's kind of just like strangely perfect cut out. It looks like somebody has taken stoneworkers' tools to it to make it a little bit more steady of an entrance. So it no longer looks like a natural entrance to this cavern. Even inside, you come across wooden struts that are supporting the ceiling of this little cavern. And as you move through, you eventually come to like maybe 10 foot by, you can't tell how deep, little watering hole at the back of this cavern. There are like lanterns set up that you can, with relatively old but candles in it where you could light them. And there is a wooden sign that you can't quite see in the dark.
Start lighting the candles.
With the lanterns on, you can see that it says "Wishing Hole." Try not to screw anybody over, and you've been done warned.
Well, I suppose we probably shouldn't wish for Clark to be dead. It's probably not what they had in
It
mind.
seems like somebody near the bottom of the sign tried to say something about consequences, but gave up.
I look over the
Like
edge.
it's con, and then and then just all scribbled.
So we have a couple options. We can either wait here for him to show up, or we can figure out a wish.
I mean, I feel like the wish is more of a double-edged sword than the quill, probably. So I don't know if that might be a good idea.
We just go to like the Walmart, get some cheap little cameras, a little bit of TNT, and then once we see him walk in, boom, problem solved.
Seal it? I feel like that
I'm gonna
might-
crush him with rocks, but entrance area, not the well, because I don't want to break the well.
You guys all get the feeling that the well does not like that idea at all.
And
The well seems like things.
Yeah, like you get the feeling that the water doesn't like that. Like you all distinctly get that same thought.
Doug, maybe less TNT talk. And I mean, he is human, so for all intents and purposes, 4 of us against him.
You're gonna
is
stand
easy.
inside of this cave for how long it takes for him to get here?
If he even comes here.
If he even comes here.
I look into the well. Hello. Nothing happened.
On the sign there is a picture that shows a finger with a drop of blood coming from it, in way of instructions.
Okay, but there's nobody in it.
No.
It's water.
So it gave us the feeling of I don't like that. Never mind. I don't know.
We could wish for him to not be allowed in this space. We could wish for him to not find whatever that thing was, or for it to not find him.
We could wish for him to never gain a wish.
We could
Like,
wish
because
that-
he may not be able to wish in here, but what's stopping him from going to another mode type demon and getting immortality another way?
Why don't we just wish that the Chiron group realizes that they're being led astray by him and let them kill him?
Also a good idea. But then we'd have to gamble on the Chiron group actually taking care of him, which I don't know if I trust anyone but us.
He needs the Chiron group to be led by him to get what he needs done. Without him, he's got a lot of work to do.
You know, for what it's worth,
Is that to me? Oh, there it is.
for what it's worth,
You sent that to me as well. Oh,
he
did
thinks
you
that
mean
the
to?
whole thing.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
everybody. So you know, for what it's worth, I don't have much of a family, and I do consider you all my family. So if there's a way out of this without making a wish and potentially damning one of your souls,
Okay.
I think maybe killing Mr. Clark is the simplest, quickest, and easiest way of doing it.
If he shows up here.
If he shows up.
Certainly. Only there was a way.
He's want to set up some string, put one of his guns in the back.
A booby trap. But what if some innocent bystander gets in the way of that?
Do you honestly care after everything you've seen?
Of course.
Well, these poor innocent Mississippi Alabamans.
Somethings.
I mean, I guess they were warned, right? So
Yes,
really.
beware.
And we spell checked all of it, so now.
Okay, so our options are we wait for him, see if he shows up,
We wish something.
and potentially damn one of our souls. Or we let him, we don't interfere with him and see if things take a different turn. That doesn't seem like a very good way. Very after we've done all this traveling.
I mean, does anyone have anything that can track Mr. Clark?
Do we really want to keep him alive if we're trying to track him?
No, just track him.
Track.
We don't still have his phone number, do we?
Yeah. He probably would know it on the same phone anyway.
Tom, do you think wishing for something is a bad idea?
Tom goes right over to the water and kind of sticks their paw into it.
I'm
You want to wish, Tom? We could use your blood. Oh.
I get the pin she's been poking him with, and
What is that a good idea for?
Oh my.
Meow. What happened?
Nothing at first.
No.
And then Tom just kind of walks away with purpose.
Okay.
Following Tom.
Yeah. Following Tom.
Tom kind of stops and goes,
Okay.
Stay here.
pointing.
Okay.
Body back into the room.
Yeah, we go back into the room.
And you
Did
guys
you wish
turn
for-
around to look,
Oh,
and then
God.
Tom is gone.
Oh. Do we think he wished for Mr. Clark to get here now? To come here now?
I don't know.
You notice that the water is much lower than it
Oh
was.
boy.
Something big.
What does that mean?
And slowly but surely is getting lower and lower.
Maybe he wished for the wishing well to no longer
Go away.
be here.
I guess we'll wait for it to go down.
Can you set up your circle thing around it?
Oh, I could. That seems. Oh, I mean, I guess. I don't.
Levi, your phone rings.
Okay.
It is Mr. Clark.
It would be.
Lovely to hear from you. Strange, but lovely.
I just broke my arm. I'm assuming that has to do with you?
I can't imagine what you mean.
Whatever you do, I've been trying to kill you for days now. Well, you seem to not be anywhere on the radar at the moment. But whatever you do, don't trust the fucking cat.
Oh, don't trust the cat.
Yes.
Why?
The cat convinced me that my course of action would be the best, and now I've lost my immortality. So I have to come up with a whole nother plan.
What is your plan?
What is your end goal?
Yeah, say I have spotting lies. So can I use that?
Well, it's over the phone. You can roll for it, but yeah. Your specialty is in spotting lies, not hearing lies. Sorry, that's specifically I'm being mean to you.
I just want you to know I'm not being mean to you.
Well, I was more like making fun of Lucius, because Lucius asks for ridiculous things, and that was perfectly reasonable.
Mine was.
Well, that's not good for you, though.
He told us not to trust the cat.
Do you want to
Risk
Guidance.
You don't have guidance.
I'll pop a willpower.
See, guys.
Let's pop them all! I'll pop one too!
popping willpowers left and right?
Left and right. Okay, one success. Cat fell.
That's it, huh? Damn.
Damn fell. All right.
Is it on speaker?
You could put it on speaker.
Okay.
Oh, you're with the whole group now, dear.
Very well. Ever since the angel debacle, I've been trying to kill you because I saw the cat with you. And I just don't think that any of us should be listening to the cat.
I mean, the cat just ditched us, so
After what?
I don't know. Making a choice, I guess.
Where are you?
Tom walked away with purpose.
I've never seen that cat move with purpose.
We might know him a little better than you do.
We're, I believe, somewhere in Alberta.
Canada?
Yes.
Oh, you're going after the genie.
Well, she was here, yes. I think her and Tom had a conversation.
Whatever you do, don't insult her cooking. Oof. I lost a testicle.
Tom had a talk with her privately and then left.
Well, I guess that's all for the best. Where can I meet you so we can discuss this in person?
Why are you wanting to discuss it now? A second ago, you were trying to kill us.
Well, you've obviously taken steps to make me quite vulnerable, and I would like to not do that anymore. So you guys have the upper hand. Let's meet, and we'll talk it out. Or you could just undo whatever it is you've done to me, and then we'll be all squaresies.
We're not gonna undo it.
Screw this. I'm talking now.
Yeah, you're literally in an empty
We
cavern in
really
the middle of the
I'm just
wilderness.
afraid someone's gonna show up. That's why I'm like, what if this is what Tom did?
Made him call us?
Maybe
Tom
Tom-
set something up to make
Mute.
him think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Tom set something up to think that make Mr. Clark think that like Tom's bad, so he's trying to ally with us. This is how Tom gets us close to Clark.
I mean, I'm all for getting close to Clark, so whatever.
All right.
Let's
'Cause-
set up a time to meet.
Tom, I mean, I'm having a hard time believing that Tom's going to betray us if Tom's the arbiter.
Let's go
Well,
meet
I
Mr. Clark.
guess, where do we want to meet him?
I mean, you just told them we're in Canada.
That's
There's a
very true.
Denny's down the road. Tell them we'll meet him in Mississippi after our Mo moves us.
How do you feel about karaoke bars?
If you're talking about Moe's, absolutely not.
How do you feel about Denny's?
I mean, does anyone really like Denny's?
Hey, you shut your mouth.
Is that Doug?
I high five you.
All right. I don't know.
I mean, it's fine. I don't have to eat, so it's fine.
What? I think you do have to eat now.
At the Denny's?
Oh no, I'm just saying in general.
Oh, I was just saying I don't want to eat at the Denny's.
Denny's.
Which Denny's?
Is IHOP more preferable?
Of course.
Oh my god.
I know this great French patissier in northern Tucson.
If you're talking about where I think you're talking about, there's no way in hell.
I don't want to make a choice.
You had me on mute long enough for me to know where you are now, so there's one on 6th Street, just south of Town Hall. I could meet you there. It'll take me a couple hours to get a flight out. But...
Sounds grand. Do you want to say tomorrow morning at 9?
You don't want to meet tonight? I could very realistically get poisoned or stabbed at any moment. I would like to meet tonight.
If only.
We'll be in the morning then.
I say it's 5. It's at least 5 p.m. if not later. So it's
I'm
going to
pretty
take
sure
you-
Lapis is trying to kill me actively. She
Good girl.
hasn't been around for a while.
Okay. Then fine. How fast can you get here? 6 hours?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
That's enough for 2 breakfasts.
My
Let's
word.
go.
All right. We'll see you at 8.
Very well. He hung up.
Is the water still going down?
Oh yeah.
We go to the
Is there
IHOP,
any
not
sign
the
at the
Denny's.
bottom?
I push a rock into the well, see if I.
Okay, let's. I think this is probably a trap. So, do we want to set up like a stakeout or something?
You know, like I love Denny's, but I'm not gonna sit there and shoot some big old thing at it. Let's go to the IHOP.
I mean,
Still on
he's
breakfast.
gonna
So you
be
guys go
suspicious.
As you go outside, you realize there's a giant eyeball in a tear in the sky
Awesome.
where the moon should be.
What the flying goddamn?
That time.
What color is it?
It seems to be made. It seems to be green, but like the color of money almost,
Huh.
like an unnatural green color,
Okay.
Like a cat's eye or a human eye?
like a human eye. And out of the corners of it, you see cables stretching out along the sky.
All right, the Denny's.
Who allied with the guy? What? I don't.
So, I guess we'll just go straight there. Did we say an IHOP instead of Denny's? I'm so sorry. I
Yes,
don't
it
know.
does.
Did we really have to go with a diner? They don't have alcohol there.
Yes, they do.
We can
In
get it
Mississippi, they do.
Actually,
leave
yeah,
one
some of-
my one-eyed king coins behind.
Okay.
So I'd like to try to get a spot that's not at a window or
No one else seems to notice it.
this.
The eyeball?
Yeah, everyone else is pretty
They all
calm.
seem fine.
When you guys look at it, everyone else kind of goes like, "Yeah, the moon is pretty tonight." Because I take it you guys get a
Yeah.
booth near the window so
Yeah.
you can
So keep an eye
obsessively
out.
watch it.
Well, I'm just trying to keep an eye out.
Is it blinking?
No.
Open. Okay.
Oh god.
And it doesn't look like anybody's eyes that we've ever seen. It doesn't look familiar.
No. Mm-mm. That would be a trip if it was familiar.
Huh?
You know, when you throw comments out like that, it does not help.
All right.
I mean, so this can't be Tom's doing, right?
Well, question: do we just?
I'm
kill him?
beginning
What
to
do we
Tell
wonder-
your wife to expect my husband is going to drop something.
We don't even know
Okay.
if they're related.
I'm beginning to wonder.
Eye in the sky is still a secondary thing. We're meeting basically the devil incarnate in 2.5 hours.
Yes, we
Do
can
we just kill him on
strategize
That's
about
quite
that.
the ironic statement coming from the child of said devil.
Do we just kill him on sight? Do we hear him out? What's the plan?
Arma killing.
Okay.
Maybe we should never even meet him. We can park on the other side of the street and just shoot
Shoot him.
him when he appears.
You do have a sniper rifle.
I do.
Well,
I'll
wait.
stand
Now,
in the
do we need to
entranceway
meet
and
with
just be
him?
like,
There's
this
a
is
Piggly Wiggly across
I
the
just
street.
feel anything he's going to say, we're not going to be able to know if we can trust it or not.
No.
You can spot lies, though.
I mean, yeah, I can, but I'm also the one that's probably going to be the best shot in this.
True.
Everyone, you sniping. You guys prepare to jump out if things go wrong.
So,
I'll get ready.
playing devil's advocate, right? So, Tom did tell us that she was saving us to save the world.
Yes.
What if she found a different team? What
Whoa,
if what
who
Mr.
were-
Clark is saying is completely correct?
Well, but I mean, in that case, still, there's no reason to distrust her. That means she found another group of people to save the world, and we'd be off the hook.
They make things so much easier.
It means we don't have her protection anymore. If that's the case, but it doesn't mean she's.
I don't think
trying
she
to
would
kill
damn
us.
us. Yeah. And
Right.
I mean,
And that's just my opinion.
if that's the case, then that's the case. Like, what we can't like change how she feels. Like,
I mean, but should we, instead of killing Clark outright, which you all know I want to kill Clark outright,
yeah,
Should
but
we
should
hear
we
him
listen
out?
to him? Yeah. Maybe we have a couple of us hang back in a position to take him out. And then, I don't know, Lucius and I can meet with him. Or Lucius, Iris, and I can meet with him. And Levi and Doug can...
Levi, your phone rings again.
Okay.
You recognize the number of that girl that works at Moe's who comes from that family?
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Do you answer?
Of course.
Levi,
Yes.
it's gone.
It, as in.
Moe's. It's gone.
Well, I wish you the best of luck finding future employment.
You know what that means, right?
Mo's free.
I don't know what to do about
Could
it.
start the apocalypse.
It doesn't necessarily... I mean, I guess she can't hear you guys, so...
I mean, I didn't hang up. I mean,
Oh, you have her speaker?
yeah.
Levi always
No,
does
no, no,
speaker.
no. It doesn't mean that Moe is free. It means he's back where he started.
At the devil. With the
In
devil.
hell.
He's in hell.
Okay, so we're back to... Yeah, we're on track for this whole apocalypse thing to happen now.
I'm just saying somebody drove in, threw something in there, and the whole thing imploded. We lost 3 city blocks.
The cube?
I don't know if it was... I don't know what you're talking about, but...
No, I have the cube still. You're talking about the...
Yeah, the square one.
Yeah. I mean, is there a way to stop it?
It's already gone.
All right, eye in the sky, Mo's gone, the apocalypse is on a countdown.
Eye in the sky. What are you talking about?
Can you see the moon from where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun.
How can we see it? No one's
You've
Do I
already
see
seen
it? Hold on.
Okay, I think we have to meet with Clark.
Yeah.
Thank you for the news. I'll let you know if there's anything I can think of to do to help.
Do you think if I sent you an invoice, you could pay for a hotel room?
Yes, of course.
It just, your brother used to pay me, and now he's dead or not dead. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do.
Just
We have more important things to deal with, whoever you are.
Okay.
Didn't you
Hang
save
set.
any of your money?
just
Oof.
submit it to Benson. He'll handle it.
Where is Benson?
Back home.
Your house blew up.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other
Hopefully he
places.
wasn't at home.
There's other like lucifuge spots.
Aren't you staying with... Who are you staying with?
You guys were in the RV.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
that's just in the RV.
So we said we're going to split up. 3 of us will meet with him. The others will not.
Is that...
He'll be immediately suspicious if Levi isn't there.
that's true.
I could just run him over with the car. This is a big truck.
Does no one else know how to shoot a gun?
I can shoot a gun.
I'm just very bad at it.
I'm just saying, like, how hard could it be to shoot a sitting guy in a broad Denny's window?
I could point
I don't know.
it
You
quick,
tell
that's all
us.
I
How
got.
hard? How many dice roll is it?
Let's see. Range modifiers. Blah, blah. Definitely protecting a loved one.
Invisible. invisible. And
but you are
sneak up
stressed.
on him and
That's
shoot
true.
him Point blank.
Just go up to him and just go.
Oh wait, these are breaking points. Never mind. Because it was like premeditated murder. I was like, why would that affect a gunshot?
Because you know what's gonna happen.
Plan for it.
I'd say you guys were probably at like a -3.
I only have 2.
I don't know shooting.
So you just
So
have a
you at
chance
least
to-
get 1, yeah. Or unless you pop a willpower, then you have 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm running him over.
Okay. I mean, but we're gonna talk to him about that.
I mean, if you're throwing consequences to the wind, you can always just shoot him at the table.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah, if things go
You'll
wrong,
need to
we'll shoot him
snipe
at the table.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Waiting for Clark at the Denny's.
I mean, last
Awesome.
time or in the future, when this all went down, your people got hit pretty hard. I don't know if you need to contact them all the way.
I think we'll wait to talk to Clark.
Okay.
See what.
It takes like you guys wait around for the 2 hours in the Denny's. The waitress is very annoyed because you guys only are ordering coffee.
Oh no.
I slip her like a 20.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
getting chocolate, like whiskey and I'm getting a lot.
Okay, Doug is the only one ordering food. So
If
much
they have
food.
alcohol.
When she gets sniffy, I'll just give her a 20.
There's a liquor store next door.
Next to the Piggly Wiggly.
But as the hours kind of like march on, the hole gets bigger and bigger, and you see less and less of the sky.
And this is past 2.5 hours now.
So he's late now?
I mean, just a little late.
Okay.
You guys hear a helicopter.
Of course.
I just want to shoot the helicopter down. It would work.
It lands in the middle of the road, like in an intersection, and Clark just kind of hops out, his arm in a sling, and he stands across the street looking at you guys.
Kind of like.
He pulls out a tiny little white flag. And he walks in.
I tase him.
Do you really? Okay. So,
I don't even
Mr.
care
Clark
about the damage.
is now
Dead.
unconscious.
He's dead. Yes.
He's unconscious because tasers don't
Alright,
kill
let's-
people.
Tie him up. This
In the middle
taser
of
has
the
not
Denny's.
been that effective.
Using it all.
I mean, I have survival. Can I tie him
This
up?
is gonna make talking to him
Yeah.
a little more
You
difficult.
He'll come
Why?
to eventually.
Do you have like
Throw him in the back of the.
Sure.
the salt or whatever, or the
Oh, yeah,
wake
I'm
somebody
sure
up?
have
I would do
something
it
like
quickly because the waitress is calling 911.
Okay. Get in the car. Let's take him. I
Yeah,
don't know
throw him in the
where.
back of the truck.
Okay.
Okay.
The helicopter's still kind of floating there.
that. Who was in it? Anybody else is in it?
Iris or Lapis.
Go out in the back.
Would be
She
hilarious.
wanted to kill him.
I know.
So she's in the helicopter.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
we're
think it'd
gonna
be
take
hilarious.
his body out the back then.
Oh, just throw it in the truck. Let's go.
Well, I know, but I want to go out the other direction from where the helicopter is.
Okay, I'll bring the truck around back.
Okay. So we're just gonna take him out to the woods.
Okay. So you throw him in the back of the truck.
I'll
drive
sit in the
off,
back with him.
And then you're tying him up as you drive.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make your survival. So wits survival. And take a -2 for being in the back of a truck bed while you're tying him up.
I'm not going to help at all.
Just hold the taser against him. He's tied up.
I'm popping a
I'm
willpower.
not going to help revive him. Is what I'm saying.
I'm
I
risking a
have the
willpower.
medicine, but whatever. I don't care.
Can I risk a willpower?
Thank you.
Just smack him. Just
What did he say? I don't know either.
Hi, David.
There was a husband dropping things off. Okay. So, you got 2 successes?
Oh, 2 successes? Okay, you only need 1, so you're fine. Well, I mean, I guess that sets how easy it is to get out of.
Okay, so once we're like out into the backwoods where it's quiet and dark, in like an area that looks pretty deserted, we can stop and question him.
Okay, so you guys pull into the backwoods. Could I get a wits plus composure roll?
From everybody?
Yeah.
Also, this truck has now been missing for several hours.
definitely been reported stolen. Or they're coming with it with his own gun. He's got a rifle, I think.
Ooh. I got 5.
I got 3.
I mean, Zach got 5, so it's an exceptional. You realize that the leaves are losing their color.
Oh, great. We're starting to go to Stepford time.
Wake him up. You gotta wake him up.
I'll smack him. Oh, hey.
Pull the truck over.
Oh, I'm tied up. I think we should stop betraying each other.
We didn't stop betraying each other.
And
I'm just saying there's a giant eyeball in the sky.
And we also didn't kill you, so let's just start talking.
That's true.
What is that?
I don't know. I was hoping you guys knew.
Well, you were trying to commune with it. We dealt with it before. We
What are you
uncommuned.
talking about? Commune with what?
Okay, so in the future, you were part of this thing that created that.
Yes, the Chiron group has been trying to stop this thing from invading.
That's a flip of the switch.
I've been working with the arbiter personally for the last 100
Lies.
years.
Spotting lies. Okay.
Can I help in any way?
Artifacts?
No. I'm gonna take that as a no.
You can roll a dice pool, and then if you can then add your successes to his dice pool.
What's my dice?
So it would be the same dice pool. So what are you rolling?
Spotting lies.
But what are you rolling to do that?
Subterfuge.
Okay, subterfuge plus what?
I don't know.
Use composure.
Intelligence?
Okay, subterfuge plus composure. I was like, I
Were
would
you
rather
Were you not
wits,
using
but-
composure before?
No, I was just using subterfuge.
Oh.
Can I use wits?
Add one more dice to that.
Well, it's a social roll, so it would be composure.
Oh, okay.
How are you rolling less dice now?
Oh, because I already rolled the other ones.
Oh,
So I was adding my new ones. And then... one success? Oh, no, wait, that was 10, no, sorry. 2 successes.
You get the distinct feeling that Mr. Clark, for the very first time in a very long time, thinks he's gonna die and will do anything to not do that.
Okay, so give him a really brief rundown of the alternate timeline where he was merged with the machine.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but you did.
Because you're an evil person.
We saw your body.
I just want to live forever. Has that not been
At the
clear in
expense
my
of
character?
everyone else's lives? Yeah.
But why would I want to be like head and torso is part of something else?
Because you're still
sounds
living
awful.
you're still living forever, aren't you?
I assume that you didn't intend to be locked by it. I assumed that you would, in that timeline, believed it was going to give you much more power.
Yeah.
Well, if that's an option now, I will take it.
You're not immortal, so I doubt it wants you. At this point.
Oh, well, fantastic. Thanks for that. How did you do that anyway?
Kill you?
Well,
Oh, unmortal you. Sorry.
yes.
It was a quill. We talked to Mo, undid the contract.
Who's Mo? Oh, the demon in the bar.
Yes.
Let's go see him.
He's no longer here.
What do you mean?
He no longer is on this plane of existence.
That's...
He's seemingly unbound.
Did you guys burn down Jeannie's apartment?
No. we
We
lied
never
about
did,
Alberta,
yeah.
obviously, from the phone call when you tracked us.
I feel like you don't want to hear what we did because I feel like maybe we did something that we shouldn't have done.
Also, what if the wishing well's gone?
I'm gonna activate the One-Eyed King to see. It lets me see everything that's happening by the other coin in the
Okay.
wishing well.
Where did you leave the coin?
Like at the entrance to the wishing well.
The wishing well is now a giant hole.
Empty.
No, even where you guys were standing and everything, like the entire thing is like slowly crumbling into the ground.
Like a black hole.
And the wishing well's gone.
Yes.
Saying to Mr. Clark.
Well, and I hear from my contacts that Fairy's been completely cut off too.
What did Tom do?
This seems like a... If I were a betting man, this seems like a hostile takeover. Everything with enough power to do anything seems to be circumvented. All of the major powers I know of have been removed from the game. I didn't even know Jeannie could be killed by a fire.
I called Father Bryce.
You get no cell service.
Oh, damn. Same, probably.
Is there anything that we can do right now that makes any sense?
Killing him. I mean, but that's just an emotional placebo.
Do you think it'd do anything?
Make us
I
feel
don't.
better.
Yeah.
Do you think it wouldn't do anything?
Well, all right. So let's say this was Tom's doing. What? I mean, because the only thing we know is that he did something with the well. She did something with the well, and then all this nonsense started.
My question is, if she is the bad guy, she knew about the well in the first place. Why even put up with us?
Well, yeah. Why
I'm
send
very
us to the
confused.
future? Why bring us back? Why?
Be a
Any
waste
of it.
time.
That's why I don't believe that she's the villain. I don't.
Unless she took herself out of the equation, as well as every other big power.
Unless she wanted to take over that duck's place you talked about.
I was gonna say, does anybody see any bread anywhere?
Who?
Why would there be bread?
It's a long story.
Just taste it again. I don't think we need him for anything else now.
Whoa! That's not necessary.
Okay, so what do we need you for? What can you do for us?
I
What do you
have a multinational corporation under my command.
Which
you have
does
any idea
what?
what
I
we
gave
do?
you a bunch of information.
Like what?
That fairy's been sealed off, and
Okay.
the
Oh, that's
genie's
cool.
dead.
Okay.
Nothing we can do.
Ooh.
How would he help us?
My sources say you have the quill of Thomas Jefferson. Whatever this cat did, it was a contract, wasn't it?
Or using
But we don't know what the contract was.
We don't.
We don't know how it's set.
Do you need to know to do that?
Yes.
Well, we need to know what the consequences would be to
We
undoing
need
it.
to know. Like, how
We could talk to your
how we
dad.
word it.
I'm not exactly on speaking terms.
I mean,
I don't
world's
think it's
ending.
much
I
on
think
speaking terms at this point.
there's as good a time as any to get on speaking terms.
I don't have a way of.
Just the
Contact
the
him.
devil doesn't have a mobile.
I mean, if you guys don't mind me taking a nap, I can try.
Sure.
Tase him.
Happily informed to spare the square one. I just throw the square one into the hole.
That would reset it to what it was.
I mean,
I
we
don't
really
like
know how
that
this works,
idea.
so.
Iris, tase me.
That scares me.
You're not gonna be able to sleep on
Wait,
your
no.
own.
I want to do this.
You've earned that right.
I catch him as
Make
he
a
falls.
stamina roll.
If he succeeds, I will taste him again.
Wake me up in like 10 minutes. No, 6.
I catch him as he falls.
That felt good. I don't have anything else, but it was just fun.
Gotta love Mr. Stocky.
You wake up in on an obsidian floor, with
Ooh.
glowing red lines running throughout. A beautiful man you've seen before sitting on a throne casually. Mo chained up at his feet.
Mo, what did I tell you? This was going to end up this way no matter what you did.
Well, I wasn't expecting somebody to throw the last thing on Earth at me.
What is the last thing on Earth?
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I didn't expect somebody to throw a small atomic bomb into my bar.
Mr. Star,
Yes, my child.
I'll bow.
Oh,
The world is seemingly coming to an end,
Mm,
and I think that's probably bad for the both of us.
how so?
Well, if there's no more souls to corrupt, there's not a lot of help getting you out of here.
I've seen regime changes before. I'll be fine.
why he's so sad? He seems really sad.
Whatever this thing was, the last time that it came through, it took out the arbiter.
All right.
Nothing.
What would you like me to do?
Help us stop it?
I'm having this conversation with you because your actions led to Mo coming back to me. For that, I'm eternally grateful.
Are you grateful enough to help us kill whatever this thing is?
I don't know if I can do that.
Is it because it's too powerful or because you don't want to?
Neither.
And what's the reason?
I don't know if it's possible.
Well, I appreciate the conversation.
Ask him about the eye. Does he know
There-
what the eye is?
Do you know who it is?
I have never seen, heard of, or thought of such a creature As far as I know, it's just been me and my father warring over this world.
Oh,
There
God.
are old gods out there, but they never have manifested quite like that. Whatever that hole is, it is not a hole in the sky. It is a hole in everything.
You were about to say something before I interrupted you. I apologize.
Well, I am, as you know, a survivor.
More than anything else.
And I do have a proposition.
What would that be?
The world is going to change.
Yes.
And I would like to see this new world.
You would like to see it. How would you...
I'm a survivor.
How would you... So what is your proposition?
This is an invading force.
Yes.
The invading force is going to take care of those who understand what it is.
Yes.
I am not one of those beings. You are. As far as I'm aware, only those who have either seen it or know of it or are somehow tied to it can see this giant eye in the sky. Even I cannot see it. You understand?
So are you asking to take that portion of me?
I'm offering you a place in the new world.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, I tag along with you, and then I take you and your friends and kill you. And then move your souls into other creatures. And this will carry over this knowledge of this being into these new souls.
But then we can't stop it right now. That means it's...
Well, do you have any ideas? Because I'm pretty sure somebody's trying to seal off hell as we speak.
Maybe you need to come back if that's happening.
Then I have to leave if that's the case.
Very well.
I'm not agreeing to kill everybody, but you can come with me.
I do what I want.
Then I'm gonna have to leave without you.
Very well.
Okay.
So you guys you're holding him, right?
Yeah.
So Levi, you come to, and on your shoulder, Zach, is the hand of a very beautiful man with long white hair. Welcome back, Levi.
Who the what?
Well, at least you're not in my body. This is the Morning Star, everybody, the devil,
Hello.
Lucifer, and whatnot. His plan is to kill us all and bring our consciousness forward to see the aftermath
Doug,
of
wonderful to
this
see you again.
whole thing.
Did you bring a fiddle?
Why would I bring a fiddle? None of you can play for shit.
Sorry, I'm offensive at home. What do we feel about this idea?
It sounds like we're all gonna die.
I just want
That's-
to get
yes.
the well back into
Questionable.
the thing and then just wish everything to be okay.
I mean, if we're gonna die anyway,
Might as well take down that with us.
We could try and wish everything okay. At this point, it's kind of
Just
last chances to do anything.
In mind, you will not remember who you are. You will just have knowledge that things are different.
If we go wish everything okay.
No, in the new world.
so if we all die, good thing that you're talking about.
The first thing that was done was to destroy all the wish givers.
We can't square one it back.
There was even a lamp in Dallas, Texas, that granted wishes to those who rubbed it. It was one of those lamps in the shape of a lady's leg. Even that was destroyed. You must understand the level that reality has been altered. There is not much you can do. But I offer you this chance that after the world is rearranged itself, you will persist, if not in a way that you are aware of.
I'm too confused. I'm down to do it, but there's one. If you guys are okay to do it, there's one thing that I'm going to do before we do it.
Please don't masturbate.
No, I was going to kill him.
Oh, is that what you wish?
I'm not going to wish for it. I'm just going to do it later
If
this is
you-
what we're doing.
If you prefer, I could arrange for him to have eternal life
Ooh.
Why would
with my replacement,
Wait,
Your
wait.
replacement. Why would we want that?
because he would be tortured for eternity.
He'd be alive for eternity. That's what he wants.
I don't
Doesn't
think
matter if
we're
he's
that.
tortured or not. He'd be alive.
Clark?
I really want you to like
Trick lies.
me. He's telling the
Success.
truth.
So you really want us to like him?
It's your choice. You're the one who understands all this family.
I
Satan,
don't.
Mojo
This is a
stuff.
situation I've never been in before, and I've never trusted him.
Can we kill Clark though? I want him dead.
it's not important for him to be tortured eternally. So if you want to kill him, I guess.
I mean, he's going to go to hell regardless, but if he's just a soul, it's not as painful as when you have flesh.
Well then.
Oh, then keep him alive.
Alright, then just give me the
What?
taser.
You
We're
get
not
not
bad
vengeful.
people.
Just give me the taser.
Yeah, I don't know if we want
I'm
to
still
like
holding
make
the
our
taser.
souls a little dirtier right before we go into new bodies.
Fair enough.
Give me that.
Look, he urinated. How humorous.
God.
No,
Do you
you're
want
right.
to do that? Urinate?
Urinate? Yes.
No one urinates in where I come from.
Seems like you could let them do it. You think you could.
Is there a possibility for our souls to come back ever as people?
You would be in new bodies, yes.
So we could help.
Think reincarnation. You're familiar with the concept, yes?
So we could help prevent this from happening in the future, in theory.
Well,
But there's nothing we can do now.
I mean, you could struggle and fight and ultimately fail.
And so we're forced with.
To be clear,
Taking
I am doing
Satan's
this
word.
100% to preserve myself.
We know.
How will this preserve you, though?
I would also go into the new world.
So do we deal with the devil and have him come back eventually, or do we let what happens happen?
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
We could put in a
Fine.
caveat that we will always be able to know who he is, even if he's in a new form.
Oh. Devil sense.
I find this acceptable.
All right. So we'll always be able to know who you are.
Identify you.
So we have a deal.
I feel like
I will follow whatever you guys.
no one wants to take responsibility for this decision.
This is
I don't
Is the
think.
sky getting worse as we're talking?
Give me the taser.
I shoot Clark in the head.
No.
No, let me taser first.
And then I shake the devil's hand.
That's a deal.
Oh, no. There must be a contract.
It's all happening so quickly.
I'm still tasing the dead.
Feel free to read through it.
You
I just sign it.
really hate that guy.
I'll prick your finger first.
Okay.
Zach's first. Zach is first. I don't.
Hang on. The quill, Lucius.
Ooh.
What are we gonna do anyway?
Break it.
I mean, as soon as we sign this, we're dead.
What
So
happens if
we'll
you
be able
break
to
the
hold
quill?
Wait.
Well, we
can I
can't
see-
give
can
it
I
to
see the box
Satan.
with the square in it? Really fast. I want to test something.
Do not.
We can't
I don't
use
want
the
you to
quill.
have-
Are we?
I was gonna
cannot
push
use
it
it.
against
Are we
it,
doing-
see
Yeah,
what happens.
no. It goes back to square. Like,
Exactly.
no. No.
Zach, your insides light a flame.
Bye, Zach.
Bye, guys.
I give him the quill.
Can this at least be
Love you all.
painless?
Sign.
Lucius also just internally.
No.
I'll read it. I mean, I'm probably going to sign it, but it'd be nice to know what it says.
I'll take the time to read it with you.
Yeah.
I'm just crying over their ash
Satan-
piles.
Satan is like just removing dust from his clothes.
What does it say?
It's a big long contract that says exactly what it all seems to be on the up and up. He gets free passage into the next world, and he changes your souls just enough to where you will escape notice by whatever's taking over.
And he destroyed the quill?
Yes.
You do know that I had a contract with Mo that can now not be broken.
What is this contract?
He gets my body when I'm done with it.
That rat bastard.
It's a sign that you're by
Prick.
doing.
Sorry. He can't get rid of my body. I mean,
Yes.
So Levi kind of goes and then goes toodles and then disappears. I have to change the contract.
Kind of late for that.
Sign it.
I grab him, kind of like, I'll make a little minimum. I don't burst into flames. I just fall.
You signed it?
No.
You promise me that I can come with you into this new world.
And if I don't?
I will be very angry.
I sign it.
No! I will kill Mo.
We did.
Let's go ahead and start with okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Hank. You are in your car. You've been in a stakeout. Do you want to describe your name and what?
Oh shit! Oh god! All right. Where am I?
As adults?
You're in a stakeout in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. All right.
It's a very rich client.
Oof.
She thinks her husband's cheating on her on business trips. And
Which
it's
he
your
is.
job to get proof.
Which she is.
Yeah. Totally with the pool boy. Come on.
Okay.
I mean, hell, he's super hot, so I don't totally see why.
Just describe yourself.
So,
Nothing else.
what am I? 30?
Mhm.
30 years old. Close cropped head. Decently muscular, but not like super buff. Black shirt, jeans,
What's your name?
boots. My name is my name is Clay Blackthorn.
Okay. And what is your profession?
I am a private eye.
You receive a email on your phone from your brother saying that Chad has passed, and you need to
His
come
brother,
back.
Zach.
No,
No, his
Jack.
Jack.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify which brother this was.
Jack. I don't have a brother named Zach.
Jack.
Um,
Sorry, it's Jack.
I start typing. I don't. Okay, yeah, no. All right. I snap a few photos of said businessman in a loving embrace with the pool boy, and then drive off.
And then you get on your phone. Oh no, you just drive off. Yeah. You wouldn't fly too.
Mm-mm. I would call Hunter though and be like, "Hey, we're taking a trip."
Okay. Ruby, you are sitting in a motel room because stuff has just come down. And
What?
remember when we just talked about your backstory? So you're sitting in a motel room because you're on the run?
Oh, okay. Just like stuff has come down. Like my period? What? Okay, go ahead.
That too.
Brutal night.
You want to describe your name, character, occupation?
Okay. I'm Ruby Hart Sang, 30-year-old woman, very
Oh,
strong
you guys are
looking.
29, not 30.
Okay, very almost
It's
30.
about 30.
Very strong looking woman with a short, dark, like a short black bob haircut. She's more unique looking than beautiful, just kind of like unique features, and lots of scars. She's probably wearing the shreds of a business suit and or nothing at all, depending on some things. So and probably just like trying very hard to stay in control right now.
You receive a email from Jack, your close friend, saying that Chad has died, with information as to when the funeral is.
And I feel like that would send me out of control again, so I'd probably shift again and start running around, wreaking some havoc. Hopefully I chose a hotel that's very isolated.
Owen, you are sitting in your office, reading through your hometown's paper, nostalgically, and you come across an obituary for your childhood friend, Chad Jackson. Also, the private eye that you have hired sends you an email with the key log from this particular individual's phone. He also received an email about Chad and the information on the funeral.
Okay. Sitting in my office / library. Similar build to your name?
Clay.
What is
Clay.
my name?
Similar name to similar build to Clay. Balding on the top of my head. I kind of get up, dust off my vest. It's about time I go home, I guess. I'll kind of go grab my jacket and go out.
Do you want to describe your character? Chad Jackson? Recently deceased?
Let's get you under your name now.
Recently deceased.
Alright, decently tall man, almost over 7 foot. Large in stature, but not entirely muscular.
You're giant. You're way over.
No. How tall would giant be? Like 8?
You're like 7'2" minimum.
Okay. We'll go with a 7'6". Alright. Decently large in stature, but not inherently muscular. You know, there's definitely muscle beneath all that, but not a toned. He's currently dead.
Currently in a morgue.
You know, somewhat decently, like, just trimmed military cut type style haircut. Brown eyes, lighter skin. Not too much else other than just he's big.
Jack, you put down your cell phone, having sent the requisite emails.
I am slight in comparison to everybody else that was been described here. About 5'5", more of like a not like skinny, but just small. Kind of always like with a look of trying to disappear from whatever situation he's in. Just like sandy, kind of not really any like notable color of hair. Just in a polo and jeans, sitting on the couch, and I toss it to the side, hearing a yell from down the hall, "When's dinner gonna be ready?" And I get up and go into the kitchen, preparing for guests at this point, I guess.
You do receive a reply to your email from both Clay and Ruby. You guys can say what you said. Oh, you didn't reply.
I should.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I guess I would have just said, okay, I'll see you there. And Stone will be with me as well.
Air mattress? I'll just text you. Air mattress, question mark?
Sure. Whatever's easiest.
Are you sharing a room or not?
I mean, unless you want him to share a room with you.
Air mattress? Question mark.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, Jack. Your father, Elias Blackthorn, walks into your room. I just went ahead and ordered pizza. I realized that you're probably not feeling up to cooking.
No, it's fine. I'll take care of it. You shouldn't have.
Don't worry, I got that like fake cauliflower crust crap.
Thank you.
I just wanted to say how proud I am of you of taking the reins on this whole Chad funeral thing. You know his dad is a useless piece of shit.
I don't even know if he's gonna be there.
If he's sober enough, he'll try.
I think I would probably just go into the kitchen and try to start cleaning.
No, stop.
It makes me feel better, honestly.
Well, you should probably go air out your brother's room.
Go and open his windows.
Sorry. Do you think Ruby's gonna come? Do you think she'll stay with her mom's, or?
I mean, I can't imagine she'd miss it. She's been home for so many holidays and things. She's not, I know she's in the big city, but she's not gone.
I just can't believe this happened, The plant's always so safe. We never have accidents.
I just wish I'd been there.
Monticello hasn't seen this many deaths in a long time.
What was the final total?
8. 2 died in the hospital. I'm gonna go wait on that pizza. I went to the library today. I got you a couple of the new paperbacks that you like.
Thank you.
And he kind of like awkwardly shuffles back to the living room. So we will fast forward just a little bit to the next day. You woke up relatively close.
Check in for blood. Did it look like it killed anything?
It definitely does, but from the smell of it, it's probably animal.
Probably.
Alright, I trudge back to the hotel room. Naked, whatever. I don't
You see a bunch of police tape and whatnot. But there is a 24-hour laundromat.
Excellent. That's very handy. Steal some clothing.
Yeah, there's this college girl there, and she's like passed out, like she just fell asleep, and she happened to have clothes in the dryer, so you get a sorority sweater and like some sweatpants that say "Juicy," and her flip flops are right
Those
there.
haven't been like popular since like 15 years ago, but alright.
Well, she's not a super popular girl.
She's actually 40 years old.
Reliving her high school or college days.
They're very faded sweatpants.
I steal those, and then where am I? Am I still near New York
let's say
City?
you're out of the city. Let's say you're in Jersey.
Okay. And there were police around the hotel room I was staying at, so I can't go back for any of that shit. Or I could go as a wolf maybe later. No, I'm done. Maybe I don't even need to steal clothes. Maybe I'll just shift into wolf and travel that way.
Okay, it's gonna take you several days to travel to
Why would
Minnesota.
it take me longer that way though? Oh, then on foot if I get, but my car is out, like.
Oh no, but I mean, like you could just rent a car.
With what? I don't
still
have
have
any
your
ID
phone.
or how do I have my phone?
Oh, I guess you don't have any of that
I don't
stuff.
wouldn't have anything. So I mean I can travel as the wolf and then like get into trucks, like I can hitch rides that way.
You could use the shadow.
I could use that too. Let's say I do that. I
So
did not
you
look into how to
travel
do
to-
that. Don't make me roll for
No,
that.
it's fine. you just for all intents and purposes, you use the hissel to travel.
Okay. So I don't steal clothes. I just shift into wolf. I use the shadow to get home.
Okay, and then show up at your mom's.
Yes.
So Clay, you are sitting in your car outside your family home.
Hunter's stone.
He's gonna meet you there.
Okay.
He said he might even meet you at the funeral because he has some stuff he's gotta finish up.
I take off a leather band on my wrist and put it in my glove compartment and lock it. Grab my bag. Breathe out multiple times. And step out of my truck and walk up to the front door.
As he gets out of the truck, I'd like to be standing in the open doorway in the funeral attire.
Oh, in funeral attire? The
I
funeral's
thought we were going. I'm
tomorrow.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's practicing. He's getting
Dress
the outfit,
rehearsal.
getting the outfit just right.
You only had to wait in the car for about 3 minutes this time. That's a new record for you.
Good to see you too, brother.
Give him a hug. Thank you. For coming.
Yeah, how's Dad?
He's not bad. He's still trying to sneak greasy things, but, you know. Let's see.
I mean, he does love his pizza, so... I mean, you do realize that while I'm here, anything I cook, he probably can't eat.
I think while you're here, I'll try and handle the cooking as much as possible unless he's asleep.
Okay, alright. God, that means anything Mom made you can't make. Wow. That sucks.
Ruby, you're loping up to your parents' front yard, and your mother, Wendy, kind of like throws open the door and goes, "Rubes, is that you?"
I shift into human.
Oh my Lord, woman. Every time I see you, dear daughter, your arms are 10 times bigger.
I try. Mom,
Come
it
inside.
has been a terrible couple of days. I need
Up.
food, and I need it now.
Go take a shower,
That sounds good.
and then I'll get something on the table. Are we feeling red meaty?
Yes.
All right, Owen, you arrive in town. What are you doing?
I'd probably wait until the funeral to show up.
Okay. All right. And you're still dead.
Room
Still
at the
dead.
nicest hotel/motel, whatever they have.
The Motel 6. All right. Under an assumed name or
No, my name.
just Owen Blackthorn?
Yeah.
In a town of 12,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perhaps him announcing his return. Way to steal our poor dead friend's thunder.
Oh, they would know the name and everything.
The guy at the counter's like, Owen,
Just the one room.
Owen Blackthorn?
Yes.
You got any kin around here?
Maybe. A lifetime ago, yes.
Didn't you disappear?
My friend, I'm just looking for a room.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's your key, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'll leave him at 20.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
You go to your room.
Yep.
Right. You come down from your shower, and your mother is on the phone. No shit. And he just checked into the hotel with like nothing's wrong.
Something.
You will never believe this. Ruby, some man that looks just the spitting image of Clay, just checked into the Motel 6. Owen. Name Owen.
What?
Yes.
I shifted a wolf and I head to there.
Chuck just called me. It might not be him. Oh, there she goes. Hey, Chuck, if my daughter shows up, she's drunk. Yeah, I know. She went to that rehab up in, yeah, I understand.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
How's
is
your
a
mom?
legacy. I love it.
Well, how else are they going to explain you showing up naked somewhere?
I don't know.
I'm assuming you put on clothes at this point. At your mom's house?
I mean, but I've shifted.
So your clothes shift with you.
Oh, they do? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I guess I would have put clothes on. No, I really wouldn't have, though. Sorry.
Wendy, should we call the Blackthorns? I mean, Ruby might kill him. Maybe we shouldn't. Ring, ring, ring.
Sorry. Blackthorns, this is Jack.
Hey, Jack. It's
Wendy, it's good to hear from you.
Yeah, no, it's her wife.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's those accents. I apologize. They're just so charming.
Yes. So someone that looks just like your brother just checked into the Motel 6.
He's here. He's at my.
No, the other one. Owen.
That has to be a mistake. Owen's.
I know. Chuck called me, and I just mentioned it to Ruby, and then she ran out of the house, in her way.
I have. Thank you for the call. I have.
Yeah, we're gonna head over there ourselves.
Don't just don't say anything to my dad yet. I don't want to have an episode of. Okay. Thank you for the call.
Yeah.
Hang up.
Wendy, get the car.
Clay, I think we should go for a drive. If that's okay.
Okay.
We can talk about it on the way.
You're not spontaneous like this. What's
We
going
can talk about it on the way.
Miriam. Miriam is the other mom's name.
Miriam.
Wendy.
Miriam and Wendy.
Before we leave, I go in my bag and I grab a knife out of my bag.
I didn't want to say it in front of Dad in case this is another mistake or something, but somebody just checked in as Owen.
Can you pull over, please?
Okay.
I get out of the car.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try scrying.
Okay.
I gotta figure out how to do it though.
If I use clairvoyant sight, wouldn't do that, would it?
Clairvoyant sight. If you know he's at the Motel 6, you didn't get the room number. So, but you've been to the Motel 6 enough.
Well, you go first.
Just roll some dice. It's fine.
Like,
Everyone will be much more prepared next week, right? Everyone.
Thanks for telling us we were gonna start this week.
He warned.
Empty character sheet.
Like,
No, and I don't even have the book.
I mean, I didn't
I
think
did get the book.
I'm pretty ready, but I didn't think I'd have to travel into the shadow when I still wasn't ready enough.
Regardless, it doesn't come back with your brother.
Okay, no matter what. You
Mine either. I don't have to roll for mine.
okay.
But
If you knew his room number, you could be more sure. But
okay, so I can just see him until 6, but nothing else.
yeah. You've been in a couple rooms there, so you can see in them, but none of them are the right ones.
So I just kind of close my eyes and go in for a second, and then come back. Let's just go. I'd love if we could beat Wendy and
Wait, what?
Miriam.
Let me drive.
If she called to say that they were going to be there, then you know they're going to show
Let
up.
me drive.
You arrive just as a wolf is like just sniffing all around the parking lot.
Do I smell him?
Can we recognize who it is?
You get a scent that, I mean, it's been so long since you've smelled him, so you're not really sure.
I feel like you would smell similar to them, though. There would be some commonalities.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, that's not really how scent works, but.
Well, pheromones and stuff. Okay, whatever. Okay, so I'm sniffing around. I haven't.
You haven't
located
found his particular scent,
thing.
but you're not sure which scent it would be. So.
Okay. I shift back into human when I see them, or okay.
It's up to you.
Yes. When you guys approach me.
I run up and hug you.
Okay. I'm a human now.
She's in a bath towel.
Naked.
God.
Do you want? We have a sweater. Do you want to? Do you want me to?
I haven't smelled him. It's been a long time, so I don't know if I would be able to scent his. Good lord!
I go back to the car and get a sweater.
I
I will never be used to it.
Hey, Rube.
Oh, I hug you.
The sweater is
Smell real deep in your neck.
the sweater is just long
That's
enough.
right.
Yeah, just long enough. It's a longer sweater.
Sense of the towel.
That's probably why I carry that one.
I was about to interrogate the desk clerk, unless you guys want to approach this a different way.
I mean, I don't see a better way. That's a great idea. Let's do that.
All right, let's do that. What was his name?
Owen.
Owen. No, your name.
Chuck.
Chuck. Okay, I knew it was a C, and I was like, it's not Chad. Okay. All right, Chuck. Where is he?
Oh, hey, Ruby. When did you get into
Oh
town?
my God.
Oh, you're here for Chad's thing.
We are here for Owen.
I mean, I'm sure it's not actually Owen. That's what I was telling Miriam on the phone. I mean, it's probably just a funny coincidence. No need to get all excited about it.
What room?
You know I can't tell you that, Ruby. I signed like a Hippocratic oath.
I'm sorry, what?
With Motel 6, they have us take an oath, that we won't.
Put a hand on your chest. You can't move. Someone check the computer.
I'll go
Ruby,
in and look.
Ruby, this is highly irregular. All right. Don't close my solitaire game. It's 106. 106.
Thank you. I give a little kiss on the cheek.
Ruby, are you not wearing anything on that sweater?
I couldn't even understand.
I said, Ruby, are you not wearing anything under that sweater?
Chuck, mind your business.
I'm already out the door. 106.
Hold on. Before we go in,
Uh-oh.
or before you knock, I'm activating Mage Sight.
Okay.
And I'm adding death into it.
You have that?
You can add it if you have. You can add one of. You can add it even if
If you have dots
spend
in it.
mana. Well, you have to have dots in it. You can just spend mana. To
No,
add
you
it.
have to have dots.
Ooh.
You okay?
Yeah, I just really
That
wanted
was
to knock
hard,
really
yeah.
loud. So it's...
It just says proceed to include a common or inferior.
Yeah. So you don't have death.
Bullshit.
No, so to use that.
No,
move set,
I get
if you
it
have
now.
dots in it, you have to spend a mana to include.
I get it now.
So knock.
Yep, she knocked.
He's got Mage Sight turned on.
Okay. I'll casually walk over, crossword in hand. Open. Are you here for the towels?
Owen?
It's definitely older, but it's definitely Owen. The familial resemblance is
I'm adding time.
okay.
Okay.
He's about 10 years younger than he should be by time standard, but also much older than he should be. There's definitely some timey-wimey shit in your mage sight involving him.
Cool. I punch you.
All right.
Initiative!
What are you doing?
What?
I didn't think I'd see you this early, but I suppose
You're
please
not supposed to be alive.
come in or stay out, whatever you want.
I walk in.
I'll follow Ruby in.
I stand out for a good 2 minutes.
He does this. What are you doing here?
I'm here to send off Chad. I saw the obituary in the paper.
Oh, so you care about him enough to contact us?
To be
But,
fair, none of us are dead.
So even more so. I just go sit on the bed and cross my arms.
Thank you for inviting us in.
Yeah, please. Would you want anything to drink?
No.
I don't have much.
There's the tap.
I don't even know where to start.
I sit back down. Does anyone know another word for chivalry?
How many letters?
5.
Where have you been?
I've been
I start-
in Minneapolis.
I'm sorry, what?
Why?
Well, I have clients there.
You have clients.
What does that even mean?
I'm a psychiatrist. I have clients in Minneapolis.
So that means that you've been not here long enough to go to college and get multiple degrees.
Don't even
and establish a practice. How many years does that take?
You cheated like crazy. So.
No, but how many years did we say I was back? 10. I mean, I've been back again for about 10 years.
Back again?
Yes.
How are we going to tell Dad about this?
Oh, I don't even give a flying shit about Dad right now.
Okay.
If I'm not welcome, I can leave.
No, you're welcome. Please, you're welcome. Please, don't go. Oh gosh. Okay.
It's around this moment that you all hear kind of like a thump, thump, and then each one of you slowly loses consciousness, quite against your will. You had mage sight up, and like it almost blinds you as you all fall unconscious, and that is where we will end tonight.
That was awesome.